Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Calibrate Tools and DIY channel. Glad you can be here. Please come on in and, say hi in the chat. This is all about the chat. It's all about that. You know what? I don't know who's calling me right now, but somebody's calling me and they know I'm live and I just don't get it. Anyway, so how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a good week. You saw the title of the live. No one cares about the trades. Kind of I guess, related to the last live. But you got to understand something. I'm really a staunch proponent of, educating our kids, even our older uh, adults in the trades. I mean, it's just, to me, it's a no brainer. Okay. All right. Somebody said, fix my title. What did the title say? Gotcha. What did I say? Well, actually, the title says, no one cares, right? And it's actually supposed to say no one cares about the trade. Someone just informed me. Um, okay, so hold on a second, guys. Let me see if I can adjust that edit. Oh, should be right. Should say no one cares about the trades, right? That's what I put in there. Anyway, I'll fix it later, guys. Glad you joined in. If you're joining in, okay, come on in and say hi. This channel is dedicated to educating you on tools, DIY, the trades. We talk about economics, culture, all that good stuff we talk about on the Calibrate Tools and DIY channel. Yes, it is focused on being proficient in how to use tools and all that good stuff, being more handy, uh, tutorials and all that good stuff. But we do delve into different arenas, I should say, different related fields, even some things that don't necessarily have to do with using your hands, but they can have an effect on using your hands, like economics, politics, culture, all that good stuff. All right, but we're not going to dive too deep into that economics and politics stuff because that's a whole nother conversation. But sometimes you can't talk about one and not talk about the other, right? Because they are related, right? This is not just a. I didn't create this channel just to be a tutorial channel. At some point, I wanted to pick the brains of my audience when it comes to certain issues that are not necessarily, related to the trades themselves, but they are related, right? Because it has to do with our kids. It has to do with the youth. It has to do with the next generation, and I feel very strongly about that, especially where I come from. I really see a gap that needs to be filled, and everybody's not going to go to college. You see, the ROI on a bachelor's degree is going down, but the price of the degree is going up, right? So, which means the debt is going up, right? So, any course in financial literacy will tell you that the math isn't adding up in that case, right? So, I definitely push the trades. Okay, I definitely push that because it does have an economic impact, influence on the communities I'm from, your community, I'm sure, and whoever else is chiming in. I mean, it's just a cascading effect. All right, but the shortage of skilled trade workers is going up, right? So think about it. The shortage is going up. The wages are going up. So there's a lot of opportunity out there for people to get into the trades, whatever trade it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the building trades. It can be, you can be a dental hygienist or something. You can be, those are trades too. But I focus more on the building trades. When it comes to infrastructure and all that good stuff. But when I say trade, trade could be many things, right? But I'm usually talking about the building trades, right? But like I said, they have different kinds of trades. Even an IT specialist, even that's a trade, right? Okay, so um, wages are going up, right, in the trades because there's shortage. There's a shortage, man. I explained to you guys in the last live that when that pandemic happened, it was kind of like a blessing and a curse. Um, a lot of guys who are already in the trades, baby boomers, decided to get out because they couldn't work. There was, it was, you couldn't go to in anyone's house. You couldn't do any of that. And so a lot of guys decided to leave the field. That left a big gap that still needs to be filled. Still needs to be filled. There's still a lot of opportunity, okay, for you to get into it. I mean, I teach at a welding school, and I'm a welding instructor, and that's one of the things I do. And all ages come in there to learn welding, right? And let me tell you something, welding is not going away. I know there's automation out there and there's all that stuff. Yeah, but it's not going away anytime soon. And you can, the average, if you're talking about electrical, plumbing, pipe fitting, carpentry, okay, all those so-called dirty jobs, okay, on average, they pay more than the average salary, the average annual salary, I should say. Okay, on average, right? That's without all the debt, guys. That's without all the debt that you incur going to school to get a 4-year degree. Now, this is not a 4-year degree bashing session. And I want to reiterate that. I'm not here to bash college or college degrees. I'm here to present options, okay? It's all about options, right? You should have options, okay? Just because you're being marketed to that a college degree is the thing to do, okay? It's the road to success. It's the holy grail of accomplishment, success, and achievement, okay? But ask any millennial now, millennials, they'll tell you that that's not true at all. It's not the holy grail of success. Matter of fact, it can be the doorway, the portal to hell in terms of debt, right? Having to pay debt for the rest of your, for the next 40 years or something. But just to be fair, college degrees, they do, some are necessary, right? In certain select fields. And this is where career counseling is very important in the educational system, because, if you're steering a generation down a certain path, at least they should have some kind of ROI they can expect. It's not the 50s anymore, guys. This is not where you can get a pension, or work 50 years and have a pension at the end of the year. All that stuff is going away, man. Kids have options these days. But what I see is that even though they know they have options, they don't look at the trades as an option. And that's partly our fault, because we haven't marketed to them. I mean, the trades, ever since they started, taking them out of schools and stuff, it's been getting a bad rap. Whoever ran the marketing campaign or the branding for trade skills, they should be fired, because, man, it's only now that people are realizing, hey, we got to market the trades better, okay? Because we got to give our kids options here. It's kind of hot, guys. Open that there. Yeah. Perry Good Life Notes just spoke with a client today that posted Indeed for automotive mechanic for start pay $50 an hour. Perry Good Life Notes just proved what I'm saying. She just proved what I'm saying. Okay. The shortage is so big out there that for you to get into a trade now, you're guaranteed to get paid more than the average annual salary. Okay. So many companies, okay, are looking for tradespeople, skilled trade workers to fill those spots. Like I said, the pandemic left a gaping hole in the industry. Excuse me, guys. So it's kind of like like I said, I don't want to say it's a blessing and a curse. A lot of people lost their lives during the pandemic, because that's sad. A lot of people transitioned and so forth. But every I don't want to sound like that, but if you look at things from a different perspective, you can see opportunities as well, right? So a lot of guys, they got out of the trades because, like I said, during the pandemic, you couldn't go in anybody's house and all that stuff, social distancing and all that. They decided to get out and find other work that's less backbreaking and so forth. Left this big gaping hole now. And we still have students in so much debt from school, from being marketed. Go get a college degree. Go get a college degree. And they're in these schools and they don't have any idea where they're going. First 2 years, they still don't know what they don't want to do, right? Spending all this money, spending their parents' money, and they don't have a sense of direction, right? And I'm gonna say it again. I'm not knocking college degrees. I'm all about options. It's all about options. Okay, guys. The more options you have in life, the better. Okay. You don't want to be in a position where your options are so limited that your back is against the wall and you gotta, do something that you don't want to do, or your finances are so lacking that I mean, who wants to be there, right? Who wants to be there? Okay. I see the trades as an option, as a way out for a lot of kids that may not be able to afford college, afford that private college, or maybe are very mechanically inclined. They're good with their hands. They like to build things. Young people are very impressionable. Okay. If you show them something enough, they tend to gravitate toward that thing, whatever it is. The trade's gotten a bad rap. The marketing campaign has failed in a lot of ways. That's why a lot of them don't even care about it. They don't even know about it. They don't even know it's an option to a better life because of perceptions, old biases. Dron's Doctor. What's up, Dron's Doctor? How you doing? David Banner, how you doing, man? There you go, the Hulk right there. David Banner. That's true as far as impressionable. Yes, young people, very impressionable. I mean, think about it. If you had a dad or a even a mom, maybe, hey, women, Rosie the Riveter, remember her? If you had an uncle, nephew, cousin, whatever in the trades, and you were around them, or you like to fix cars and this and that and the other, you were more inclined to go toward those areas if you liked it, right? If you liked it, if you didn't mind getting dirty, your hands greasy, and you like fixing things, you like seeing the results of your efforts, because the trades is not just it's brains and hands. Okay, it's not just hands. It's you have to use your head, right? If you want to figure stuff out, right? You got to know what you're doing. So if you were around that kind of person growing up, I mean, most likely you gravitate towards things like that. All right. And there's been a campaign throughout, I'd say, the last 20, 30 years or so, just to steer kids away from that into formal education, into a university type setting, right? Where the first 2 years, they don't even know what they're doing, but they're already locked in because they got the loans, right? They got the loans to go to that 4-year university, right? So the banks are feeding off of that. See? So, hey, if you follow the rabbit hole, you'll see it just all connects. It all makes sense. Okay. I think we need to change that, guys. We need to change that. And part of the Calibrate Tools and DIY channel is to do just that. Okay, to present these options, to reiterate and bring back to the fore, the importance of training our kids to look at the trades as a viable option for a successful future financially, right? David Man, it's like you need to have a platinum chain with a light bulb charm on it, driving a Benz to get kids. Dang, David. David, that's funny, man. That was a good one. A platinum chain. He's had a platinum chain with a light bulb charm on it and a Benz to get kids to want to be an electrician. Wow. Oh, man, that was a good laugh, buddy. I'd laugh some more, but I got to continue. I got to continue to laugh. I don't want to disrespect anybody. Keep laughing. But yeah, that's true, David. I mean, yeah, I mean, the shiny things tend to attract this generation. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. But we can't, it's always two sides to every story. We can blame the kids, but look what they've been consuming, right? In the media, in the music, on the internet, the flashy things, the chain, the big chain with all that's been marketed as the fruits of success. And it's sad because it's not, right? So they chase those things, right? So when you try to get them to look at something that's viable, that can feed them for the rest of their lives, that can give them enough money, not just to survive, but to invest in other things. You can take that extra money you make in that trade that that you're so good at, that you're skilled at, that you trained yourself on, and invest in things. You can invest in real estate. You can start another business. You can do all kinds of things, right? Whereas when they go to school, they have this degree, and they're working at Starbucks. It's um, it's a sad thing to see. It's a sad thing to see, and I'm just tired of it. I am tired of it. Like I said, I work at a nonprofit. I'm a certified welding instructor. I'm also in the trucking industry as well. I drive a mobile welding trailer around, and we go to different parts of the city, and we train people how to weld. Okay, and also do a lot of metal fabrication there. It's the thing about this is the thing. Um, People like to see the tangible fruits of their labor, and the trades offer that. Okay, when you go out there and build something, you can see what you built. Okay, you can see what you built, and I've seen it. I've seen it in some students who have come from some underserved areas. I've seen what it does to them. Okay, they come from some of the worst backgrounds. Okay, and I'm talking about violent. Whatever you want to. These kids that come in there that train how to weld, they come from those backgrounds. Okay, they had no support in their home life. Okay, they had no reassurance. And can you weld on natural gas lines? Unless that gas is inert, I wouldn't weld around it at all. To be honest, I'm not going to sit up here and say I know, exactly the intricacies of what you're asking, the Drones doctor. Can you weld on natural gas lines? I do know that, you want to you want to have an inert gas around, because welding, it's pretty dangerous if not done correctly. If the welding arc, if you're doing arc welding and it's not shielded by some kind of inert gas, then you shouldn't do it, right? And yeah, but go ahead and ask those welding questions. I love it. Makes me learn as well. I'm still learning. Yeah. So guys, those dirty jobs, like I said, the dirty jobs: carpentry, electrical, plumbing, sheet metal work, metal fabrication, pipe fitting, all that stuff. You get into those things. You go from an apprentice to a journeyman. Which it's not going to take as long as a 4-year degree, and you're still going to get paid, man. Oh, John, that's the business you're in. Are you? Do you weld? I know that's probably a redundant question. You weld, Drones doctor, on natural gas lines? Interesting. Yeah. So those jobs, guys, they start up paying more than the average annual salary. Okay. You can be well on your way, guys. You can be well on your way. And if you want to go to school, and get a degree, fine. Okay. All it is a piece of paper certifying that you completed certain amounts of credits. And when you go out there in the world, you hope that this piece of paper gets you in the door, right? Gets you in the door. You hope that, right? Well, in the trades, when you get certified, most of the time you're going to get in the door. It might take a minute. Something depends, right? But most of the time, that certification will get you. I see it happen all the time where I am. Okay, I mean, I'm out here in California, and you got SpaceX out here. Just this last class, a few of our guys, they got into SpaceX. They didn't know how to weld at all. Came through the class, and it's not like we teach we teach basic welding. Okay, we don't go into codes and all that stuff like the Drones doctor probably does. We just teach the basic welding processes. We equip them with that and some life skills with a little job placement sprinkled in. And, a lot of them go out there and they get jobs and they're successful. That trade is about gone. Really? Why is it about gone, the John's doctor? Yeah, why is it about gone? So yeah, so this whole thing about getting a college degree, that's the American dream. Okay, maybe it used to be the American dream, but the American dream, they shipped that overseas when they started outsourcing manufacturing back in the 70s. That's where the American dream went. Okay, in terms of I'm just kidding. Guys, I digress. I'm going into another spiel there. But it's all related, guys. By the way, outsourcing, like shipping manufacturing overseas and stuff like that, that's nothing new. I know it happened around the 70s here in the US, but that's been happening all throughout history. I mean, outsourcing manufacturing from one place to the next. It's part of like a business strategy, right? If you can get cheaper labor, why? Hey. So yeah, guys. John's doctor, welling on high pressure. So yeah, I think we need to turn the tides. And I'm going to harp on this issue. Guys, because I'm all about tutorials. Educating the average Joe, the mass public, or the average Jane, how to use tools. We love to do it together on the tutorials, right? But part of Calibrate Tools and DIY is to change the outlook, change the consciousness about certain things, because we got to start looking at our. Okay, I see. We got to start looking at our kids. Hold on a second. I'll change that. There you go. Change the title, made it a little better. Yeah, guys, so chime in. Tell me your thoughts on all of this. This is, this is, and even let's just say you're a doctor. David Banner, working for SpaceX sounds sexy. Kids love Elon Musk. Yeah. I mean, that guy, he's at the top of his game in the trades. Think about it, guys. This guy's sending rockets to space. He's manufacturing stuff, rockets, manufacturing Tesla, manufacturing cars. He's in the trades kind of, but on a very, very high level. So yeah, we're gonna start training kids how to weld on some SpaceX equipment actually. At the facility I'm at. Okay, they got orbital welders and stuff like that. We just brought in. We're gonna have SpaceX guys come in and start teaching some of the students. At least that's the plan. So guys, you can, like, if there's a kid out there listening to me right now, wondering he's sitting on his bed or he's laying, whatever. He happened to come across this channel and he's a bald head brother. Sees a bald head brother sitting here talking, flapping his gums, and he said, and he doesn't know what to do with his life. He's thinking about which direction to go. Maybe he wants to go into the military. Maybe he wants to go to college. Maybe he wants to do this and that. But he realized, he's good with his hands. And this is for the girls as well, because we have a lot of girls come through the program, and they're good. They'll pick up a stick electrode. I've seen like 15-year-olds, because we teach, like, I've seen them come in there, pick up a stick electrode, flick it on the first flick. They got it. Amazing. I think the youngest that I've trained was a 13-year-old girl, and she got certified. Can you believe that, guys? And the oldest was like an 87-year-old man, because I used to. There's one spot in the mobile welding trailer we took it to. It's like a church or something like that. And the guys in the church, they were older. One of the groups that we taught they were like up there. Okay, I'm talking about 60 plus. Okay, maybe 70, hitting like 70 plus. And those guys were there every session. Okay, because it wasn't every day, but they showed up every session, and they got certified. An 87-year-old man was the oldest. I would say 87, but it was in the 80s. Okay, and a 13-year-old girl was the youngest. Yeah, David Banner, 13 years old. Perry Life Notes. What is the solution today in 2022? The solution is that I would hope that I'm part of the solution, okay, of marketing and branding the trades better than it was. The fact that I'm out here talking about it and presenting it as an option. I think the educational system is very responsible for taking the onus, off of some of the parents, right? Because the parents, they've been lied to too. They say, your kids guaranteed to get this job straight out of college, push them into college, go get a second mortgage out on that house so you can put your kids through school. And next thing you know, everybody's in debt, right? I think there's a certain percentage of kids that don't even finish college. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then they got to come home and live with you and eat eat your food in the fridge and stuff. So yeah, it's there are solutions. Very good life notes. We got to brand it better. I look at everybody as a media company. As a media company, okay? All of us are media companies. David Banner, America, John's doctor. Sorry, David. I'm trying to be fair here, and I skipped Perry Life Notes, and I had to jump back. Okay. By the way, guys, I love the interaction in the chat. Hit that like button, get it out there. John's doctor. Welding tests are hard on paper and out in the field. Welding in a bell hole is different than welding in a shop. Hey, you know what, John's doctor? You probably could teach me a few things, man. Welding in a bell hole, that's something that I have not done. And I agree with you. And it's just like trucking, right? You can go to the trucking school, they teach you how to back up. They teach you everything you need to know to go to the DMV and get your CDL. And once you get that CDL, you're happy. Oh, man, I got my CDL. I'm an official truck driver right now. Well, wait till you get out there in the real world and start really driving, okay, without a partner. And you're in that big rig hauling 80,000 pounds down a 10% or 5% grade. You better know how to downshift. You better know how to downshift, okay, and work that clutch, right? There are certain things that a shop, a training school, they can't, whatever, cannot teach you. Real world training is the only training. It's just the beginning when you get trained at these schools. I'm telling you, it's just the beginning. When you get out there in the real world, and you got to get up under a pipe or something and do a 6G weld or something, and or something. It's all about the real. I agree with you. I agree with you, John's doctor. It's not the same. America is built on DEVR. What does that mean, David Banner? What's DEVR? But you get your A card and you can make all the money you want. Absolutely. That's the thing. Once you get certified, okay, for instance, the American Welding Society certification is global. It's recognized globally. Okay. Hey, Che, how you doing, man? Absolutely. Yeah. So, once you get your A card, like the John's doctor said, once you get certified and you get some experience up under your belt, man, sky's the limit. You can write your own ticket. And that's what I'm trying to get through this, especially my young people. Okay. You don't have to be lost, man. Like, sometimes you check out some of the trades, see what fits you. It doesn't have to be welding. It doesn't have to be trucking. It doesn't have to be plumbing. It doesn't have to be electric, but find something that fits you. Okay. And if you like it, go for it. Try it out. It's not going to hurt. Definitely it's going to be cheaper than a college degree. And a lot of times they pay more than some of these degrees pay. You're not going to get a certification and end up working at Starbucks unless you want to, with a certification in welding or certification or plumbing, electrical, whatever, Now, like I said, okay, so an engineering degree, say civil engineering or something like that, they do have benefits to stuff like that. Mechanical engineering, you know, electrical engineering. I had a brother. He was an electrical engineer. He got a degree in that. Things like that. Yeah, I get it. It can help you even in the trades, right? But just my whole point is to have options and be focused and know what you want to do. Very good life notes. Appreciate that $4.99 super sticker. Thank you very much. You're much appreciated. Oh yeah, the Drawn's doctor, and your wells have to be X-rayed. Yeah, I mean, say even in the welding field, like Drawn's doctor said, your wells have to be X-rayed. You can become a certified welding inspector, right? Or certified welding. I think they got certified welding inspector, and a couple of ones connected to that. So maybe certified welding educator or something like that. A certified welding inspector. Look how much they make just by going on a job and expecting the wells. But you got to study for that, guys. You got to study for that stuff. But it's just a couple. You study the material. And they have a lot of times they have courses that prepare you for the tests you take for those things. But once you get that title, and man, those guys, it's not a little money. They got those guys do okay. John's Doctor, appreciate the $4.99 super sticker, man. Much love to everybody that feels it upon their heart to bless the channel. Jay Chansey, that's the best option is to have both the trade and the degree. I have both. The only welder with a master's degree. Oh, wow. See, that's Jay right there. That's the man right there. He said he's a welder. He has a trade and he has a master's degree. The guy's hidden on all pistons right there. You know what I mean? I want to give that man a hand. He did, he went both routes. And he's reaping the fruits of his efforts. Much success to you, Che, man. America is built on debt. Yeah, okay. David Bannon, now you want to go down the rabbit hole now, huh? You want to go down the rabbit hole? I'm a very good life. No, that is what I was saying. You start out with the skill that can support you through your college education, and it would support your professional education as well. Absolutely, guys. And I'm going to go back here that this is not a college degree bashing session. This is a lack of focus that can lead you into bad debt session that can come in the form of getting a college degree that was not well thought out. Okay. So that's what this is all about. You can get into a trade that could even pay, so you won't even have any debt. You can pay yourself through. You can pay your way through school with the salary or the income that you make from your trade job or business. Because once again, I stress, you don't necessarily have to get a job. I know a guy who went through the course, went through the training, and he didn't go there and try to get a job, a welding job. He goes around and does jobs. He has his own little thing going, his own little business. So you want to think like a business owner as well. By the way, the tax system of in the U.S. is either built for businesses or people that own assets. Okay, that's the people who benefit off. So when I talk about going out there and making money and possibly getting a job, it's not that's just one level. You want to look higher than that. You want to look at ownership. Okay. John's Doctor, lots of practice. Yes. No, we all know what it is. Yep. Gotcha. Perry Good Life knows having both opens the door to entrepreneurship and ownership and freedom from financial debt. Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. See, that's why I love my people here in the chat. You guys are on the same page. You know what I'm talking about. In a sense, I'm speaking to the choir. I know that. But There's a lot of people's going to watch this, and that need to hear this, especially the next generations. You know, you ever ask yourself what your purpose is in life? Why are you here? What's the point? Have you any of you guys ever asked yourself that? Why are you here? Right. Well, let me tell you something. Once you know why you're here, everything changes. And this is the good part about that. You can decide. You can decide why you're here. You don't have to look into outer space or wait for some ethereal voice to tell you, "Oh, this is your purpose, child." No, you can say, "This is what I'm going to do." You have that power. You can decide the direction you want to take your life. David Banner, trade skills built this country. I think you have to use it to build community. Oh man, David Banner, you just hit it right there, buddy. Trade skills built this country. Absolutely, guys. You wouldn't have anything. You wouldn't have any infrastructure at all without somebody building something. Somebody had to build the pyramids. Okay, those were tradespeople that built the pyramids. Whatever you think it was, alien. No, men did that. Okay, but they had very advanced trade skills that cannot be replicated to this day. Okay, that cannot be replicated. They're still trying to figure out what kind of tradesmen, what kind of math did they use to build that? Those structures over there and over here too. They have pyramids actually all over the world, but that's another YouTube channel. But yeah, when you know how to manipulate matter with certain tools, you can build anything. And that's how I look at it, guys. I know it sounds metaphysical and all that stuff, but I see tools as the extension of the mind. Tools are an extension of the mind. Okay, the mind, we created tools, and the mind created tools that can work better than our hands can. That's the power of the mind, right? Oh yeah, all the way from a hammer to a ditch witch. You know what a ditch witch is that thing that digs the trenches. The mind did that, guys. So yeah, trade skills did build this country, right? But it took the mind of men, okay, to figure out the tools, and create the tools to erect all the great structures that we have out here in the world today. So yeah, infrastructure, guys. Infrastructure is not. I mean, if you talk about politics, a lot of politicians are always pushing. Every time we're going to push this infrastructure bill to build, to build this, to build that. We're going to push this infrastructure bill out and blah 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 blah. And there's that's proof once again. It's not going anywhere, guys. Trades are not going anywhere. They're going to need people to erect those bridges, right? Okay. They're going to need people to erect the structures, to weld all the infrastructure, the ironwork, steel, all that stuff, guys. Okay, it's ample opportunity out there. Ample opportunity. Don't feel stuck. Be like Che. Go to school and learn a trade. You don't have to just do one. I'm just telling you guys, hey, look, don't limit yourself and get stuck in a bind here, a financial bind. That's the worst thing. It's like there was a guy I seen on YouTube one time. I don't know what he was, but he had this suit of armor on, like made of iron, and there was this anaconda there. And he said, "I'm gonna go see how hard the anaconda can squeeze me." I don't know. Say yes if anybody saw that video, but yeah, he let the anaconda wrap around him and squeeze. And he had a suit of he prepared. He had the suit of iron on, and the anaconda, he could feel the pressure, even with that suit of iron or steel or whatever he had on. He could still feel the pressure as the coils of that anaconda squeezed him. He deliberately, let the thing wrap around him. That's how it feels when you're in a financial bind. It could be like, all the resources, and because when resources are squeezed out of you, opportunity is. Okay, guys, you don't want to get in that bind. You want to be as limber, as agile as possible financially. Okay, so you can make moves, right? So an income, right? You need an income to do that. The trades is one of those things you can get an income. It's not just a job at Starbucks. It's not just a Burger King job. It's not just jobs you're going to drop 6 months later. No, it's something that you can carry on for years to come. Feed your family, take care of take care of your future generations if you invest well. Financial literacy is very important as well. Okay, guys, this is what you want to do, right? Consider it. If you're someone out there, you don't have to be a kid. You can be we got people of all ages coming through the school. And I've seen people burst into tears once they get their certification papers. I'm like, wow, man, it's that's amazing. They had a sense of accomplishment, and they were recognized for it, and they weren't getting that at home or wherever they were. They accomplished something. The sense of accomplishment is so much deeper, when you do it yourself and you can see your tangible work. And you can get there with a college degree too. Like I said, I'm not knocking it at all. I got a degree, So, but I just want to present options, and certain, like the African American community, the Hispanic community, you know what I'm saying? It's just been getting a bad rap. I just want to give those individuals as well. Hey, listen, go out there and get a trade. You don't have to be lost. Some of those programs are free. I think in California they had something called the California College Promise Grant, and there are some conditions for you to get into that, but they're offering. Hey, John's doctor, appreciate you coming in, man. Okay, come on in. I appreciate you coming by, and I'll see you next time. You take care of yourself, okay? Shay Chancey, I agree. You need income, but you also need medical benefits. My son, medication costs Your son's medication costs $8,900 a month. Wow, Jay. If I may ask, I mean, what is your son? He has a condition of some sort, or $8,900 a month for medication? I mean, some of us can't even fathom that. But Che here, he has a trade, and he also has a degree, and he's able to afford that. He's able to afford that, right? Because he put in the work and he made the right choices. And that's what I want to stress to you guys. We're going to have things happen in our lives that are unexpected. I mean, I'm sure Che didn't expect to have to pay $8,900 a month for medication for his son. I'm sure when he had his son, I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, that he wasn't expecting that he would have to take on that financial burden. Che said he only pays $20. You had me there, buddy. You had me there. You only pay $20. Wow. Okay. Well, that's insurance, right? I mean, that's the copay or the plan or whatever. Yeah. I was like, what? Another conversation of medical industry raping the people. Yeah. Yeah. These industries, I mean, they're businesses. They are businesses, okay? What's Dupixent? Is that the medication name? Jay? Is that the medication name? So yeah, you're gonna have things happen in your life, and you want to be able to be prepared to take care of it. Okay, and the only way you can do that is to have the skills to be able to earn the income. The income that can be a buffer, right? Not just against those things, right? but you gotta prepare yourself, and learning a trade is one of the ways to do that. Because like I got a CDL. I mean, as long as I keep it renewed, I'll always be able to work. I'm just saying, if you have a certified welder, you'll always be able to work. If you're an electrician, you'll always be able to work. I don't care how old you are. So you want to. I look at it as, just how some people say, okay, you got to acquire assets in real estate. When you acquire skills, those are assets that'll never leave you. You can lose your house. The market can dive, and you can lose everything, but you won't lose the skills. You can't lose those. Hey, Alejandro, I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Without insurance, 120K a year. I'm telling you. Hey, guys, looking at insurance. I've been being, get that insurance, guys. Things happen out there in life. Yeah, but once again, guys, like I said, those are assets that you acquire, that you accumulate, these skills I'm talking about. Okay, and if you go into college and you get a college degree, make sure that's a skill, okay, that you can use. Okay, make sure that's a skill you can use. Trade or college, trade school or college, make sure it's a marketable skill. Okay, make sure it's a marketable skill. Hey, Alejandro, I'm good over here. Hope you've been well as well. Jay, that's why having both a degree and a trade is best. Yes, you cover all bases. The thing, Jay, I was just trying to get people to say, look, it's not just a degree. I'm not knocking degrees. A marketable degree, something that you can go out there and actually earn it, that's marketable, that people need that skill, not just any old degree. But and then a trade combined, man, you're like, you're Superman. Then there's no excuse to be broke with that combination. Yeah, guys. So, guys, once again, thank you for coming in here and talking and sharing your thoughts. Each one of you is very important to me. Okay, I'm building this channel to get more of this conversation going out there. Okay, and especially to reach people that may seem like they have no direction. Okay, and give them some kind of direction, some kind of guidance, that at least to look into something. Just go look into it. See if you like it. Go try it out. If you don't like it, leave it alone. Don't worry about it. Okay, go do something. Go do what your heart tells you to do. If not, if you like it, then see where it can take you. Look into the possibilities, where it can take you, income wise, where you want to be, all that good stuff. Okay. L. Harris says, drain the coffers. Okay. There you go. All right, L. Harris. I'm gonna think about that. Drain the coffers. Okay. David Banner, keep having passion. We feel it. All right. Thank you, David. Love you guys. I will see you in the next live, and we'll talk about something trade related or DIY related or something like that. I got a video coming out on Thursday. Some sheet metal work. How to build a sheet metal box. Okay, it's about 17 or so minutes long. Check it out. Fast forward to some of the parts if you need to. It's a decent video. And you guys, you stay up, you stay positive, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.